caught it. The whole division changes.
All right, so look, you're obviously showing that you're the best one for right now. Beating a guy that a lot of people didn't want to fight.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's good to see you back out, man. Hey.
What do you want next?
I want to fight whoever the fans want me to fight. You know, I take all the tough fights. I've never dug nobody. So, you know, I'm here to fight the best.
Listen, you mentioned that your parents sacrificed a lot for you, you know, to bring you here to do what you did. Can you send a message to your parents? Sorry.
Now you and Rayo unification. Fuck that motherfucker.
What the fuck?
Cruz won this title in his last outing in March when he stopped Rolando Romero in the 8th round. In his previous fight last July, he edged Giovanni Cabrera by 12-round split decision to hold on to his World Boxing Council silver lightweight title and win the vacant World Boxing Organization Latino lightweight belt.
Ballsy, damn good. You know, he'll give trouble to anybody in the lightweight.
It's no surprise that this same victim was one of the first people to predict the fight once the match was announced some months back. Giovanni Cabrera, before making his pick, was asked about his thoughts on the fact that Pitbull Cruz snubbed Valenzuela's hand while he tried shaking him.
Division for sure. I think he's got a good shot to beat him.
Sharply, he retorted, "The boxing gods don't like that." He then continued, tipping Valenzuela for a surprise win over the small Mexican that defeated him last year.
And he should have just respected him. You know, why double down on the, you know, you're not really a pit bull, man.
Rayo is damn good. He's gonna give trouble to anybody in the lightweight division for sure. He's got a good shot to beat him. He said this and jumped back on the topic of the handshake snub, seeming to have so much against Isaac Cruz. He should have just respected him. Why double down on him? You're not really a pit bull, man.
The power is there. You know, he's always had power that kept every opponent honest. I never saw an opponent just running in there.
Speaking about Isaac Cruz, Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, who's been on a silent mode ever since his son's defeat to Ryan Garcia and Ryan Garcia's punishment by boxing authorities. Well, Bill Haney, like many of those who picked Isaac Cruz on this list, acknowledged his power as his main weapon.
You know, so it's a reason why they're not running in there. And you saw Regis Prograis.
Isaac Cruz might be small, and that's why many of these guys underrate him. But the power is there. He's got power. He's always had power that kept every opponent. Honestly, I never saw any opponent just running in there, so it's a reason why they aren't running in there. And you saw Rolly Romero get hurt in the last fight.
I think it's a good fight for both guys. It's a good fight. I think it's a fight that everybody's going to be pleased with.
Jeff Mayweather, talking about the fight, said, "I think it's a good fight for both guys. It's a good fight. It's a fight that everybody will be pleased with. We've got two guys that actually love the fight. They don't care about getting hit. They don't care about the finer things in boxing. I think that's going to be a great, entertaining fight for the fans." He then proceeded to make his pick. And I'm leaning towards Pitbull Cruz. He has the pure aggressiveness and an epic style that'll see him put down almost everyone, even the more powerful guys, like he did to Rolly Romero earlier this year.
They don't care about boxing. They don't care about getting hit. They don't care about none of the finer things in boxing.
Rolando Romero, who is the most recent victim of Isaac Cruz, eventually losing his world title in the process. Rolando Romero, on Isaac Cruz's coming fight against Jose Valenzuela, predicted that the Mexican would make a mess of his opponent.
I mean, when it's southpaw, it usually goes to one with the better jab. And
I really don't care who wins. I'd be back to mess them all up. Cruz is a small little guy with an underrated power, and his opponent will experience a butt whooping. Also, Pitbull Cruz's promoter, Manny Pacquiao, predicted the fight in favor of his fighter. Pacquiao, who's coming off an exhibition fight against Rukia Ampo, said during an interview, Pitbull Cruz would get the job done. He's ready for the top, for the best, and he'll go show what he's made of. Valenzuela is great too, but Pitbull would definitely deal with him. The way Isaac Pitbull Cruz sees it, his fights are an extension of a lifetime contract with his fans.
Against Rayo Valenzuela.
Es un gusto tenerte aquí con nosotros en Fight Hub.
At just 26 years old, Mexico's new World Boxing Association 140-pound champion displayed the strength of the powerful bond with his fan base on March 30th, when the allegiant crowd cheered more heartily for Cruz than even the main event participants Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tszyu in their unforgettable bloodbath for the unified junior middleweight titles. Cruz was hailed above all, and he leaned deeply into that roaring appreciation to execute a complete destruction of outgoing, trash-talking champion Rolly Romero by 8th round technical knockout.
It was a hard training camp. We make all the effort, and we have very strong training all the days. Then we think we came very strong. Then.
The same type of takeover is likely Saturday night at BMO Stadium in Los Angeles, where Cruz makes the first defense of his belt against a game Mexican-born contender, Jose Rayo Valenzuela, in the co-main event to another junior middleweight title fight, pitting World Boxing Association champion Israel Madrimov against unbeaten 3-division champion Terrence Crawford.
What do you think is Rayo as a fighter?
¿Qué piensas de Rayo como peleador, de las habilidades?
Believe me, we are the main event. Everyone in Los Angeles is coming to this fight for Pitbull Mania, just like Las Vegas came out for him March 30th. Cruz's advisor, Sean Gibbons, said, "It's going to be a Mexican crowd and you'll see exactly who the main event is." Cruz expects the same, and he explains the unwritten agreement this way.
I think we will win these 3 August in the fight.
Is there any animosity on your end, Isaac, coming into this fight?
What I do inside the ring is for the fans, for them to be happy, Cruz said. In the end, that's the connection between myself and the fans, because we know what we give each other. When they come to see me fight, I want to give them what they came to see. That's why Cruz sees no reason he won't capture the evening again from the American and Uzbekistan main event combatants who have yet to prove they can fill a non-hometown stadium without secondary support.
El día de Nueva York, que cuando no le quisiste dar la mano, fue a propósito, ¿por qué fue? Acá ahora lo vas a volver a ver cara a cara, ¿va a ser la misma energía o qué va a suceder ese día?
Why not? Let's go and steal the show, Cruz said. That's why I've been working so hard training in Mexico City. As his nickname suggests, Cruz is a vicious punching fighter when unleashed from his corner. His ferocity and volume of punches, with ill intentions, overwhelmed Romero, and Cruz is confident he'll experience similar success against Valenzuela, 25, despite the contender's Mexican origin and the fact he's been in expert trainer Robert Garcia's gym for 4 months.
Hemos hecho y a los ajustes que hemos tenido dentro del equipo para bien.
Yes, we was like this when we are young.
Valenzuela, in a recent boxing scene story, made quite a case that his career experiences and the timing of this bout make it feel as if he's destined to pull the upset. To that, Cruz delivered a cold, fierce expression. Beyond his highlight reel knockouts, Cruz volunteered for a lightweight title shot at Gervonta Tank Davis and went the distance with him in a narrow defeat by decision in December 2021. Since then, Cruz has reeled off 4 consecutive victories, his popularity and likability surging with each triumph.
Great fighter, no?
You were a good kid.
Yeah.
Look, what I have accomplished so far has been hard, Cruz said. Whatever Valenzuela has said he can say, but I am not giving up what I have worked for. Cruz is actually reaching for a greater stature. When he first claimed the 140-pound belt, his fellow champions were Teofimo Lopez, World Boxing Organization, unbeaten Devin Haney, World Boxing Council, and dominant Puerto Rican power puncher Subriel Matias, International Boxing Federation.
How does this fight play out in your opinion, Isaac?
¿Cuál es tu opinión acerca?
Since then, Haney suffered 3 knockdowns to a performance-enhanced Ryan Garcia on April 20th. A no contest that ultimately led Haney to vacate his World Boxing Council belt and left Garcia suspended for 1 year. Matias was then upset by Australia's Liam Paro in a bout staged in Puerto Rico, and Lopez is reportedly interested in fighting Brian Norman Jr. for a World Boxing Council welterweight belt.
Isaac, because the fight before with Rolly, he was talking and talking and talking. Was there more motivation there?
Victory Saturday would effectively transform Cruz into the king of the 140-pound division. I may not be the king, but if I win this fight, my presence will be known, Cruz said. People will be like, this is the troublemaker in the 140-pound division. Valenzuela trainer Robert Garcia went as far to say that Cruz, one of 7 world champions from his country, already stands as the most loved active fighter in all of Mexico, the criticism being leveled at 4-division champion Canelo Alvarez for fighting the underwhelming Edgar Berlanga Sept 14 in Las Vegas hasn't helped his cause.
Is there more motivation now because you're a champion and you want to defend your title and really set your place as, hey, you know, I defended my title, I'm a real champion?
Cruz fighting often and showcasing the entertaining style that he's flashed against Davis and Romero and others is creating a successor to the Mexican greats of the past, and declaring victory on this stacked, heavily watched Saturday card will only boost his cause.
¿Cómo ha sido para ti ganar el campeonato, ser campeón y mantenerte como campeón?
Look, I feel really privileged, happy and excited by the fact that people feel this way about me, Cruz said. When that adoration is said, that means I need to give them a show every time out. That's what the people want. I'm gonna give them what they want. Of course, they want a knockout, and Valenzuela was floored in the 3rd round by Edwin de los Santos 2 years ago. Valenzuela admits he believes Team Cruz thinks he's chinny.
Y sobre todo salir victoriosos cueste lo que cueste para seguir dando de qué hablar dentro de 140 libras.
It's not only physical, it's a mindset. And
I don't prepare for a specific round. I prepare for all 12 rounds and to fight at the best possible level, Cruz said. It was a hastily made fight. The opponent invited on the heels of 2 losses in his last 3 fights, including a knockout defeat. Maybe that's all anyone making matches for new WBA 140-pound champion Isaac Pitbull Cruz needs to know, considering the popular Mexican's penchant for unleashing hellacious punches that only the most granite of chins can withstand.
And I'm just ready to take on, this opportunity of a lifetime.
Yet, there's a richer story to Jose Rayo Valenzuela, one that a superficial inspection of his record in boxing highlights obscures. And now that he's got Cruz in the ring, with a title shot in reach, he can tell it. People are sleeping on me, but I think that's a good thing, Valenzuela told Boxing Scene recently during a post-workout interview at his trainer Robert Garcia's gym. The world title's been a dream of mine since 10, Valenzuela said. After almost losing everything in a flash to De Los Santos and Colbert, leaving Benavidez and finding my own way, getting my hunger back and being with my team, this is a second opportunity at what I love to do.
The more in this you are, you see it more and more that you'll get a knockout in this?
100%.
100%.
Since committing to the bout, Valenzuela says he feels fate is part of all this too. When he started boxing at age 10, he recalls his first mile-long training run, inserting his headphones and listening to an Eminem song. Valenzuela has since learned that Alalshik is bringing Eminem to perform at the August 3rd fight cards, headlined by the rapper's friend, unbeaten 3-division champion Terrence Crawford. Crazy because it's a full circle thing, my first run to my first title, Valenzuela said. Garcia is eager to send his well-prepared charge into the ring, knowing his thirsting contender poses the complication of a left-handed stance and the ability to land flurries and damaging power punches, while the champion may be viewing this as a coronation of sorts before a friendly LA crowd.
Who has the advantage? And if you feel just overall on paper, you should be seen as the favorite in this. When you look at speed, do you think it favors you?
On paper, or what do people think?
No, what do you think?
Both Valenzuela and Garcia have watched how southpaw Giovanni Cabrera gave Cruz fits in their July 2023 bout, decided by a 1-point split decision. A southpaw is always going to be difficult for a right-hander. Most of the fights, we try to avoid southpaws because they always give guys trouble, Garcia said. Cruz didn't look too great against a southpaw Cabrera, so that's a thing we're looking at. He didn't have great success against the tall, lanky southpaw. Rayo is much better than Giovanni Cabrera. We're also working on the punches down the middle. If he lands well, he'll hurt Pitbull. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.